Hello, good morning. Welcome to day 57 of 108 Days of Internal Alchemy with me, Sara. I'm here to change my life completely, create new timelines, manifest abundance, and remove all fear from my body and to live as sovereign. Today is a special edition because it's the 8-8 portal. So if you're new here, welcome. This is usually a guided journey. So my normal advice is to begin at day 1. Today we are looking a little bit deeper into the 8-8 portal. So we're all here to dropping into the body. So we begin at the floor. Open up the feet a little bit as we are arriving into this 8-8 portal. So if you've been with me for a while, you know that I'm already all about energy, and I haven't been really into astrology at all. It's not where I come from. I come from high skepticism and my search for human potential and just feeling better. Astrology is something that, eventually has to come into the equation, because when you start to realize that how everything is connected and you can feel the energies and you can feel the currents, then you start to realize, okay, so my teachings comes from experience. I mean, I've done a lot of studying, but all of it is I apply it to myself. So I'm here to open up the body, to showcase the theory that when I open up the body and consciousness can fly freely, especially through the spine, something happens. Posture start to come in naturally. It's like the whole body is aligning. So it's not just when people say, oh, you need to align with the higher frequencies, you have to physically align with them as well. Okay, so we're going to open up the spine a little bit. One hand on the floor and then open up. Root lock. Make sure you're not overriding any energies in the lower part of the spine, or any part of the spine for that matter. This was difficult talking and doing. So I don't usually talk about the portals like this. I'm more into the energetics of the years. So I'm more of a broader, I always go for the broad perspective. Okay. On your knees, let's open up with some breath of life. Fingertips together, root lock. Find your rhythm. Gathering, centering energy. Open up, gathering, centering, receiving. Find your position. So I want to lean a little bit more back on my heels. So then I put my knees together a little bit. Still a lot of focus wants to go into opening up the shoulders, strengthening both the back and the front of the chest, really activating the scapula in the back. So you're working towards posture. If you want, you can bring in the staff. So we're generating, cultivating, directing, moving energy. So when we are manifesting, we are aligning and we are focusing. We use our thoughts, words, and actions to where we want to go. Okay, relax and center. So if you're using this time in life, this energetic current, this portal, we need to drop in who we truly are and what we truly want. That is what we are manifesting. So the portal is about taking the time to deeply look at, am I thinking? Is my thinking aligned with my intention? Are my words aligned with my intention? Am I aligning my actions with my intention? So the different portals and the different currents, they are just here to move us along in the evolution. They are energetic currents that we can align with, that accelerates where we are already going. So it's about like stacking up the intention, the thoughts, the words, and the actions. And then you create a highway for whatever it is that you want to do. And that is one of those portals today. So I wasn't supposed to do this, but my awareness was pointed here. And I started looking at it for myself, and it falls right aligned with yesterday's sessions. So I'm really switching my energies. I can really feel that I'm being so guided into surrendering from the efforting and the doing and the masculine. And I've done a very long meditation before this session. It's 8:30 in the morning, my time. We're going to go on a day trip, so I knew I needed to do this before I leave. Woke up early. I did a long meditation on what is it that I actually want. And then I looked at, okay, my thoughts, my actions, my words and my actions. And every single thing that I was wanting to manifest, when I looked at it truly and honestly, there was nothing for me to do about it. And that was so weird. So I realized how much effort and how much I believe that I have to do in order to receive what I want. So I realized that what I'm manifesting is simply just being. And then I realized that being is the highest manifestation state. So I am definitely onto something. Back to the stuff. So what I'm manifesting is just being me. What I realized, that's the answers just came because I could look at everything that I wanted was just me focusing on doing my thing, no output, no effort. And I could see how much I was trying to control the outcome of certain things instead of just allowing it, because that's the feminine that is here truly, is that you manifest through creation, not doing. And the receiving is the just being. And that is probably my biggest thing. Okay. Move some energy. So where is this applying on your life? Where are you invited to manifest by just being? Because that is the highest manifestation state. And today just happens to be the 8-8 portal when I just happen to arrive into that myself. So that was just too interesting of a coincidence to not go into this topic. So if you want to manifest anything, what is it that you want, and where can you simply just be, and that will happen. So this is the practice that I want to focus on the most at the moment. So that's what I'm doing. But here comes the kicker. I also realized how to maneuver the energies to actually just be. Okay. I need to sit down to transmit this. So you can keep on moving, keep on breathing. I will keep on, but I need to be more centered. So I need to connect with what was it that I actually was receiving. A lot of energy moving. Okay. So we have multiple energies in the body, in the system, running at the same time. So there's an energy body, the well of life force that wants to come from up or from down and up. That's the energy body. And then the emotional body, we allow to sink. So when we activate and do the practices, we will naturally activate an upgoing energy. This will affect the central channel and whatever is, so you can look at your emotions as plumbing. It's stuck in the plumbing. So you will have an energy, the life force energy, the energy body wants to go up. And what we want to do is to have one energy go up, and then the emotional body we allow to just surrender. So we want to be high in energy, physical body, high moving, breath connected. Root lock connected. So you allow the energy to arise and the life force to awaken. You adapt with your breath to keep yourself centered with the root lock. So your emotional energy is going down. Your emotional body is anchoring down. But your life force is going up. So it's building on the bull riding effect I was talking about yesterday. Like we hold on with one hand, and that is the emotions. The emotions are rooted. Life force, high. And then root lock, down. So open up. Anchor. Open up for the energy body to arise. Emotional body descends. So whatever is supposed to be expressed will not be able to regulate. But there will come to a point where there's no more regulation or releasing needed. There will be a point where we ground and we hold and we alchemize. We allow the emotions, the residue of the emotions, to go into the movements. And this is how we manifest just being, because our intention is pure. So whatever we want to stay with will be our intention, and whatever we are wanting to let go of is the illusions. And when that is aligned, When the soul is aligning with life itself, because the soul wants to return to sender, to return to the maker. We want unity. We want to come together. We miss our loved ones. It's like, I am forever separated. That's the longing we have in the heart. This feeling of being half. That's the soul longing for the unity of, total realization and embodiment of love and truth. And the fact that we are never separate from anything or anyone at any time. And all of that is an illusion. So when my intention is to fully align with that, and I allow whatever is false to burn off, then I'm using these portals, what they are made for, because they are invitations. So it's energetic currents that is accelerating whatever intention you are on. So you can't fake that today, but you can accelerate and amplify that today. So that's what we're doing. So my thing that I'm manifesting for myself is to no efforting, no controlling, no, just allowing things to play out. And I'm realizing that if I just don't put my little finger on it, everything is going to be okay. And that is much harder than I imagined. Okay, keep breathing. So we're opening up the spine for the truth of the intention to align fully with the whole body. So that is why these 108 days is for me to align fully with my intention, to show up purely in my authentic self and witnessing myself, and then lovingly, allowing whatever is false to fall off. Then we're getting healthy and fit at the same time, but that's just a mega bonus for the aligned consciousness. That's the reward for wanting to align with life itself. So I've been working a lot with speaking my truth, walking with my chest first, cross first, walking with my power, and then allowing life to show me what is here for me. Surrendering to the receiving that I have done enough for a while. So the message for me is to kick back and relax and just do my thing, do what I love, help the people that I love, take care of myself. That's how we create the strongest acceleration of the global manifestation of the global consciousness, so that everyone can rise. So we're doing it for ourselves, but we're really doing it for the collective. So to help others, you help yourself. Okay, rest. And then practice sinking the emotional energy down. Don't forget the root lock. Send your emotional energy down. Chin to chest. So this is a moment for you to either bring out your notebook or speak out loud. What is it that you truly want? What you actually want? What is it that you want to manifest? So I'm giving you a little bit of time to anchor that in. If you're talking, activate your spinal flow. Check in with your spine. If you're writing and the spine wants to move, throw the pen and start talking. A lot of this work is to activate my digestion, to not remove, but I've had my body's been packing, my body has been stacking my whole life right here. And I'm just done with that experience and ready for something new. And I need to really turn on my digestion properly. And I want to open up the body fully and the hips. This does it. So it's activating the root lock from the inside, sending the emotional energy down, life force energy up, root down. So you're sending the energy down. So we're creating a vortex in and around the lower parts of the belly. The more speed, the more you have to be grounded, controlled movements. Connect with the intention. What is it that you really want? Align it on a heart level. Send it down with the emotions. There's nothing you need to do about this. This is not, because the emotions makes us believe that there's something we have to do because fear is running the show. So we're sending the fear back down. We're not allowing that to run. We're allowing the life force to lead the way. So I'm aligning my intention with my thoughts, with my words. I'm here, I'm speaking. I invite you to speak. And my actions is the investment of self-care straight into my own body. So I'm sending to every cell in my body that self-care and abundance is the only option, and that is what we are. So just being that and allowing then that to arrive and give myself just that. Okay. From here, we're going to stand up. Staff, if you have one. If not, we are going to do fascia stretches to open up the receiving. The receiving is the back of the heart. We want to twist the fascia. Then we can add on the legs. And if you have a staff, this is something that I use. This is something that I will be using moving forward. So if you want to join me on this journey, I highly suggest you invest. I mean, I didn't even invest. This just appeared in front of my eyes when I was looking for something. And then this old broomstick appeared. So there might be something in your environment already that you can choose for now. And then you can invest in, I'm going to have a bamboo stick made for me because it's also aligning with, it's the abundance. It's, I realize that now, it's a very highly used plant or for construction here in Thailand. And it's the sign of abundance because it grows everywhere and it's super strong. So even, people with no money can have, build a wall of something. So I use the staff to activate the back here. And I use it to quiet my mind and to get into my body. Adding more complexity by going up and down. root lock. So we're working with split attention, split awareness, doing multiple things at the same time. That's also something we're building from day one. So we're building up to this, and we're halfway through. So I don't know where we're going. I just know we're going, and I'm being guided, and people are having extraordinary transformations, and it's working. As long as I don't overthink it, as long as I don't plan it, as long as I realize I just got to be me, there's nothing more to do. I just need to show up and everything's going to be exactly how I want it. And that's so weird. So I don't know how to use the staff. I'm just showing up, playing with it, and this arrives. So I'm trusting. So something is coming through, and it's also coming through for the people I'm working with. So yeah, if you're alive, if you're called to this, just start, and it's going to come. It just comes naturally when you remove the fear. So you allow the emotional body to sink, focus in the now, and play. That is literally the recipe for any manifestation. Whatever you keep going and doing, you're going to become good at. So now I want to become good at this. So that's what I'm manifesting. I'm here to open up my body fully. Okay, play around. We're using the staff as the masculine representation for the co-creation of manifestation. So we use it as balance, we use it as weight, we use it as play, we use it for dance, we use it for fun, we use it to open up. So this is the tool of manifestation, because everything is a co-creation, but I talk about that in the previous episodes. So if you're new, begin from day one, but this one you can do separately. Okay, open up the hips. So we want to send the emotional energy down, 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 down. And then we allow the expression to alchemize it. So if there's anything on your heart, now is the time to express it. Don't let it linger inside, because that's just going to keep you stuck. So I'm twisting my fascia. So now that I'm thinking, I don't know what I did. Okay. What did I do? Yes, I'm twisting the ankle and my whole body. So I twist the knees and the hips. So I want to open up the fascia. So it's like crickety cracking in my ankles. And I use the staff to keep my weight controlled, balanced, so I can challenge the movement a little bit. So now I'm really activating the neurogenic tremors. Holy smokes. And time is flying. Okay. That's interesting. That's the shortest session I've ever made in experience. Okay. So I'm going to allow this session to be 33 minutes. Usually I try to stop at 30 to keep a consecutive time so people can use it as a practice. People are using it as warm up, cool down for their other practices. Some people use it to just accelerate their own internal alchemy practice. You use it however you want. So now we're dispatching energy from the body through the shaking. Neurogenic tremors, if you don't know what that is or you haven't activated, you just shake the legs. If you start from day one, it will gradually get there. Okay, send your emotional energy down. And then life force, because life force is the joy of life. So the joy of life, the natural joy of life, we activate through the bubbling springs. this on the footsie. So we activate the bubbling springs, the life force, the joy, and then we send the sadness, the grief, the anger back down. At the same time, we are alchemizing high and we are expressing what we are feeling. So we're not bypassing anything, we're alchemizing. So bringing it to the heart and really put it into expression and allowing tears, rage, dance, laughter, whatever wants to come through. Sometimes it's going to be anger. Sometimes it's going to be sadness. Sometimes we're going to laugh for no reason. You know, it's like we're clearing the pipes. It's literally, spirituality is like internal plumbing. It's just stuff along the way. And when we flush it out, then the intention will run freely through intention, thoughts, words, action, and that's how you manifest. So wherever you are going, you are going. Your intention right now is taking you somewhere. It's the awareness that will bring us on the right track. And it's the challenges that we attract in life that will course correct us closer to what we want. But if we believe that they are here they're not here to hurt us, they're here to make us grow. So that's the recipe, the sauce of manifestation. Okay, so it's not 33 minutes. Allow everything to sink. Realize that you are always in control with how you're feeling. And if you don't experience that you are in control, that's because you're not in control yet. You got to learn how to ride the horse before you can become one with it. You're not going to do the standing on the horse in freedom with your cape and your sword on the first try. That's just not how this life experience works. You got to get up and get thrown back and get up again. And the higher expectations you have on your life experience, the more challenges you're going to get. So what you ask for, you will have, but it's like understanding what am I being served? What is it that I'm looking at? And that's what we do in the mastermind. Miracle Alchemy Mastermind begins August 26. I specialize in advanced energetics, turning on the lights. Like, okay, what do we have here? I'm the Sherlock Holmes of human potential. So I provide that as a gift for other people. And I combine it with this internal alchemy process, which just locks the whole manifestation to another level. 33 is here. 33 coming up. I love you. I will see you tomorrow. Manifest who you are and just be.